Hello guys, welcome to yet another video in the series Teja Teaches, where I am taking you through some important types of questions for quantitative ability and DILR through my videos. I come here every Thursday, and I hope if you haven't seen the previous videos, please do see the previous videos and then you'll be able to connect better. So in this particular video, what I'm going to take you through is must do arithmetic questions. These are questions taken from the last couple of years of CAT, which belong to profit, loss and discount. So we are going to discuss profit, loss and discount today and how to go about the solving those. So without much ado, let's get started with our agenda. So when it comes to profit, loss and discount, there's one thing I want all of you to realize, and there's one thing I want you to realize and understand over here. As long as the question is asking some profit percentage or discount percentage or some loss percentage, as long as the question is asking you to deal in percentages, please deal in percentages. Don't fall for the absolute values. Absolute values are more or less redundant in profit, loss and discount. If the question is about absolute profit percentage, absolute discount percentage and loss percentage, and if you're looking at absolute value of money, I think it is a no-go. You have to probably ignore those values and try to work in percentages as much as possible. The other thing you need to understand is that you need to assume values wherever required. Assume values wherever required to make your calculations a little bit more easier. So in the world of profit, loss and discount, there are few things that we need to understand. There's a cost price, there's a mark price, and there is a selling price. The journey from cost price to mark price is called markup. That means this is typically an increase. Okay, the journey from mark price to selling price is called a discount. This is where you discount some money. This is where you reduce some money over the mark price and reach the selling price. So this journey is called discount. And the most important journey, munafa, is the journey, profit is the journey between cost price and selling price. So profit or loss is the difference between selling price and cost price. Discount is the difference between mark price and selling price, and markup is the difference between mark price and cost price. The mark price can also be referred to as list price or MRP or the display price. So these are the things that we need to understand. There are three prices: cost price, mark price and selling price, and hence because you have three prices, we have three journeys possible, that are markup, discount and profit or loss, right? Using this knowledge, we have to create what is markup percentage. Markup percentage will be equal to MP minus CP upon CP into 100. Discount percentage will be MP minus SP upon MP into 100, while profit or loss percentage will be SP minus CP upon CP into 100. So these are the various things that we need to understand. What is important, what is prevalent in any of these questions is the ratio of selling price and cost price as long as it remains intact. The ratio of selling price and cost price, as long as it remains intact, profit percentage will remain intact. So assume any values which will create the same ratios, assume any values which will create the same percentages, and your final percentage output will be the same. So with that, let's get started. This is the question from CAT 2020 slot 1. A person spent 50,000 to purchase a desktop computer and a laptop computer. Taken together, he spent 50,000. He sold the desktop at 20% profit. All right. So the desktop is sold at 20% profit, while the laptop is sold at 10% loss. So he has lost 10%. So minus 10% is what he has sold the laptop at. So if overall he made a 2% profit, then the purchase price in rupees of the desktop is how much? Okay, so this can be solved using allegation. This can be solved using allegation because we are looking at 20% profit somewhere, 10% loss somewhere, and an overall of 2%. So let us assume that all 50,000, if all 50,000 was the cost of desktop itself, that means if you get a 20% profit on 50,000, you would have made you would have sold it at 60,000 rupees. That means you would have made 10,000 rupees in the entire transaction. Now assume that all of 50,000 rupees is sold at 10% loss. That means you would have sold it at 4,500 rupees, 45,000 rupees, and you would have made a loss of 5,000. But in the question, what is being said? In the question, it is being said that overall, you made a 2% profit. 2% profit over 50,000 would mean an addition of 1,000. So your profit is actually 1,000. Your profit is actually 1,000, and your final selling price would have been 51,000 of both items combined, right? So you can create an allegation based on the profits itself. So the profit, in case everything was a desktop, the profit would have been 10,000. In case everything was a laptop, the profit would have been minus 5,000. The final profit you made is 1,000. So if you take the ratio of this, the difference between 1,000 and minus 5,000 is going to be 6,000 rupees. The difference between 10,000 and 1,000 is going to be 9,000 rupees. What ratio is 6,000 is to 9,000? 2 is to 3. The total cost was 50,000, out of which the desktop and the laptop will be 2x and 3x respectively. That is what we got out of allegation. The ratio of prices is 2 is to 3. If the ratio of prices is 2 is to 3, then we can say that the desktop would have costed 20,000 bucks, while the laptop would have costed 30,000 bucks. That's how you go about it. This is the simplest way of looking at it. Let's take a look at question 2, CAT 2021, slot 2 again. A person buys tea at three different qualities at 800, 500 and 300. So the prices are 800, 500 and 300 per kg respectively. And the amounts he bought are in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 5. So the amounts he bought, quantity, is in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 5. So the total spend on the first type, the total spend on the first type is going to be 1,600. Total spend on the second type is going to be 1,500, and the total spend on the third type is going to be 300 into 5, another 1,500. So the total spend is 4,600 over 10 kg. 4,600 for 10 kg. That means your final cost price, average cost price, will turn out to be 460 rupees per kg. Now, what is being said in the question? She mixes all the tea and sells 1/6 of the mixture at 700 per kg. Okay, she mixes all the tea and sells 1/6 of the mixture at 700 per kg. The price in INR per kg at which she should sell the remaining tea to make an overall profit of 50,000. So what is it that 50%? What is it that she has spent? 46%, 100. She wants to make an overall profit of 50%. 50% is half of 4,600, 2,300 added to it. So the total selling price should be 6,900. Total selling price should be 6,900, out of which we know, out of 10 kg, one sixth she sold at 700 per kg. So 10 by 6 is sold at 700. The remaining 50 by 6, out of 10 kg, if you remove 1/6, you will be left with 50 by 6 kg, has to be sold at, let us say, x rupees. Has to be sold at, let us say, x rupees, to make a total of how much? To make a total of 6,900 rupees ka selling price. That is what we have got. So if you solve this, you will find x. 7,000 plus 50x is equal to 69 into 6. 69 into 6 is 414. 414 double 100. 414 double 100. So 50x is 34,400. So if 50x is 34,400, 5x is 3440. 3440. 10x is 6880. X must be equal to 688. So she would have sold the remaining amount at a total of 688. What we have done is I have assumed the total quantity to be 2, 3 and 5 itself. I don't want an x coming in picture over there. Again, I have said that if 4,600 is the total cost, the total selling price is this much. And once we have the total selling price, we only had to equate the selling prices to get to the answer. Take a look at this. CAT 2021 slot 1. Amal purchases some pens at rupees 8 each. Okay, we don't know how many. To sell these, he hires an employee at a fixed wage. I don't know what the wage is. He sells 100 of these pens at rupees 12 each. Okay. If the remaining pens are sold at rupees 11 each, then he makes a net profit of 300. While he makes a net loss of 300 if the remaining pens were sold at 9 rupees each. The wage of the employee is how much? So let us say that he bought X pence and the fixed wage of this gentleman is Y. Okay, let us say that he bought X pence and the fixed wage of the employee is Y. So what is the total cost? Total cost that he has incurred is how much? 8 rupees X pence, 8x. And if the wage of the employee is Y, 8x plus Y is the total cost. All right, 8x plus Y is the total cost. Now look at what happened in scenario 1 and what happened in scenario 2. Let us look at the total selling price in scenario 1, total selling price in scenario 2. So in scenario 1, how many are you selling? You are selling 100 out of these pens at 12 rupees each. So 1200 is what you are making out of those 100 pens. You are left with X minus 100 pens, which you are selling at rupees 11 each. X minus 100 pence, which you are selling at rupees 11 each. In the second scenario, again you are making 1200 out of the first 100 pence, and the X minus 100 pence you are selling at rupees 9 each. It is said that there is a difference of, look at this. In this case, you make a profit of 300. In this case, you make a profit of minus 300. That is, you are making a loss of 300. So the total selling price, the difference in the total selling prices in both the cases has to be 300. The difference between 300 and minus 300, which is 600. That means the difference in the total selling price. What is the difference in the total selling price? 11 into x minus 100 and 9 into x minus 100. So 11 into x minus 100 minus of 9 into x minus 100 is equal to 600. That is what we can infer. So 2 into x minus 100 is equal to 600. X must be equal to 400. X must be equal to 400. So here you have 400 pence. 400 pence. So the total cost, if X is 400, the total cost comes out to be 3200. Total cost comes out to be 3200 plus Y. 3200 plus Y. And if X is 400 over here, the total selling price in the first case, comes out to be 1200 plus 300 into 11, which is 4500. As a result, in the first case, you are making a profit of 300 rupees. So you have 3500 plus Y should be equal to 4500. So what should be Y? Your wage per day is 1000 rupees. The wage of the employee is 1000 rupees. Using simply equating the LHS and RHS, simply equating the total cost and total selling price, you'll be able to get to the answers. And these are very, very simple questions which have appeared in CAT. These are actual CAT questions. Let's take a look at this. CAT 2020 slot 3. A man buys 35 kg of sugar and sets a marked price in order to make a 20% profit. So, okay, let us first assume cost price is 100. If you have a 20% profit, then the marked price, so if you are marking it up to get a 20% profit, then the marked price is going to be 120. So your cost price is 100 and marked price is 120 is what I have assumed. What else? He sells 5 kg at this price itself. Okay, and 15 kg at 10% discount. Accidentally, 3 kg of sugar is wasted. He sells the remaining by raising the marked price by p%, so that he wants to make a 15% profit overall. Okay, so the total cost price is 35 into 100. If he wants to make a 15% profit, That means the total selling price has to be 35 into 115, 35 into 115, which is 3850 plus 175, which is 4025. So the total selling price should be 4025. That is what my goal is. Total selling price should be 4025. Let's look at what happened. First 5 kg is sold at 5 kg is sold at the same price. That means without any discount, 120. That means he has secured 600 rupees out of the first 5 kg. Then he sells 15 kg at a 10% discount. So if you give a 10% discount over this 120, it becomes 108. For this 115 kg, the selling price will be 108. So 108 into 15, 1080 plus 540, 1620. 1620. Third, 3 kg gets wasted. That means he is selling at 0 rupees. So total till now, 5 plus 15 plus 3, 22 kg is done. 22 kg is sold at 600 plus 1620. 600 plus 1620, which is 2220. 2220. So total selling price you have got till now is 2220 for 22 kg. Sorry, 23 kg. That means now you are left with 12 kg, 12 kg, and the selling price of 12 kg has to be 4025, 4025 minus 2220. So 12 kg, the total selling price is 1805. So the selling price per 1 kg here, selling price of this is 1805 upon 12, which is equal to 1805 upon 12, which is 150 point roughly 5, just less than 150.5. So 150.5 is the overall selling price for the remaining quantity. Now if you look at it, that the selling price is 150.5, initial markup was, you already have reached from 100 to 120 because of the initial markup, right? If the cost price was 100, you added 20% and you reached the initial markup 120. So from 120 to 150, if I have to go, I'll have to mark it up again by 25%. I'll have to mark it up again by 25%. So that is what the question is asking. He marked the price again by p% so as to make up an overall profit of 15%. So what should be p? P is nearest to what? It is roughly 25%. So it has to be 25. Option 2, 25 will be your answer. So basically, if you have to go from 120 to 150, you'll have to multiply by 5 by 4. 5 by 4 is a multiplication factor for 25% increase. Let's look at question 5. Anil buys 12 toys, labels each of them with the same selling price. He sells 8 toys initially at 20% discount on the label price. Then he sells the remaining 4 toys at an additional 25% discount. Okay. So if Anil gives 20% discount, if I assume his initial price to be 100 rupees, if he gives 20% discount, he goes to 80. Again, if he gives 25% discount over this 80, again additional discount of 25%, additional discount of 25%. So he will have got, he will he will reduce 20 rupees again from this, and the selling price for the remaining items will be 60. So what is it that the question is saying? Anil buys 12 toys. Okay, he sells 8 toys at an initial discount of 20%. So 8 toys he has sold at 80 rupees. So 640 rupees is what he will make out of this. The remaining 4 toys at an additional discount of 25%. So 4 toys is what we will sell at this 240. So the total selling price is 880. If he sells at 880, mind you, this is the marked price. This was not the cost price. He labeled that with the same selling price. Now 880 is the total selling price. Total selling price. Thus he gets a total of 2112. Okay, 2112 is an absolute value. I'm ignoring that. He makes a profit of 10%. So By selling at 880, if he makes a profit of 10%, that means his cost price would have been 800 rupees. The cost price would have been 880 divided by 1.1, which is 800 rupees. So if his cost price was 800 rupees, with no discounts, his percentage of profit would have been what? If there were no discounts, he would have sold entire 12 items at 100 rupees each. So 1200 would have been his SP with no discount. His cost price is 800. His cost price is 800. So selling price would have been 1200 with no discounts. Cost price is 800. So the profit would be 400. Profit percentage would be 400 upon 800 into 100, which is 50% profit, which is option 4. See, it has nothing to do with this because everything was dealing in percentages. The final question was also dealing with percentage. This value 2112 was actually redundant data. So that's all, guys. Please understand, in profit loss and discount, assume values wherever you require. Assume values, maintain percentages and ratios, maintain the ratios while you assume values. As long as you're doing this, your final percentage output won't change. And hence you'll end up getting the same answer. So that's about the video, guys. There were 5 questions of CAT 2020 and 2021, slot 1, 2, and 3 taken together from profit, loss, and discount. Next Thursday, I'll come again with some new concept or some different concept of arithmetic itself, and I'll take you through another 5 questions for practice. If you like our content, please hit the like button and also subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any academic content that we are sharing. Thank you. Thanks a lot.